Hello, if you've noticed, I moved and I didn't have to raise a legal fund or travel to Europe to do it. It's been 1 week since I made my video on Keffals, and she's been busy having multiple mental breakdowns on stream, seemingly drunk.
Hello, Keffals. I'm a 3 months HRT trans girl. I'd just like to say you're my role model. Look, I'm proud of you, but you should pick a better role model. Like, for instance, SpongeBob, because like SpongeBob's never done anything wrong.
You could see the guilt swelling up in her. This is such a crazy rabbit hole with so much deception behind it. That's why it's important to have something reliable in your life. An Extra wallet can do just that. Extra is the world's largest smart wallet brand, creating innovative solutions to improve the way you carry everyday items and protecting them using RFID blocking materials to prevent your cards from being electronically skimmed. I've never felt so cool just pulling out my wallet. This has been my wallet for the past 4 months and it still looks and feels brand new. You got this high quality leather, a place to put a picture or some cash, and at the click of a button, you got access to all your cards. How sweet is that? And the presentation is so good, even down to the packaging. They come in all sorts of colors and variations, so no matter who you are, you can find one that suits you. Are you someone who loses your wallet? I know I do all the time, whether it's in the house, in the car, at a restaurant. Well, Extra's got you covered. They got this slim solar-powered tracker. You charge it for 2 hours and it stays charged for up to 3 months. Strap it into the back of your wallet, then connect it to the Chipolo app on your phone, and you never have to worry about losing your wallet again. It's the perfect gift for the holidays. I'm sure you know somebody who wants to get rid of this big bulky thing, so get them something stylish and cool. Get them an Extra wallet. Use code WillyMac to get at minimum 25% off your order. Thank you, Extra, for sponsoring this video. So where were we? Under the table payments by the media and mental breakdowns where she admits to everything.
It's not gay when it's in a three-way with a honey in the middle, there's some leeway.
One of the biggest questions people asked of Keffals was why she kept posting pictures and updates of her location, because it allowed her to get doxxed over and over again. For some reason, she even stayed at an already doxxed friend's house.
I am currently in Ireland. I am staying with a friend. Don't tell people what country. It is completely fine.
It's because she wanted to keep getting doxxed. Just last week, she admitted it.
One of the things that I did intentionally for the success of the campaign was make myself a lightning rod. I egged them on. I egged Kiwi Farms on. I wanted them to attack me.
This is the most honest she's been in her life. Do you realize how insane this is? She's basically admitting this whole fleeing the country, running for her life thing was a giant publicity stunt.
By intentionally making myself a lightning rod so I could make Kiwi Farms more vicious and attack me to the point where Cloudflare had no choice. Because every time they attacked me, I publicized it.
So now the only way she could justify lying to her audience for months on end is if Kiwi Farms is completely destroyed. But the problem is, it's not.
So if you see one of those farmers, never let them tell you that it's still up, because it's not.
But it is still up. She's like lying, saying the wires in the ground don't work for them anymore.
Literally deplatformed from the companies that have the fucking fiber optics lines in the ground.
You see, Keffals has to keep repeating this, otherwise this whole thing looks like a giant waste to her audience. It just turns into Keffals got $100,000. That's it. So instead, she's been framing anyone who says otherwise as a right-wing grifter.
Right-wing grifters who were eager to turn the very traumatic thing that happened to me into content, to try and cast doubt on my motives or what actually happened, despite the fact that it was very well documented by journalists.
Keffals loves to point to journalists as proof that she's telling the truth. Well, as it turns out, these journalists have been working with Keffals on this narrative the whole time, suppressing information and even potentially paying her. Ben Collins is an NBC News reporter who worked with Kat Tembarge to cover a lot of the Keffals Kiwi Farms saga. In fact, he wrote the last article that got Cloudflare to drop Kiwi Farms. Well, Cloudflare has since come out and said dropping Kiwi Farms was a terrible business decision on their part, with them stating that blocking Kiwi Farms and others caused a loss of potential customers, significant adverse feedback. So what exactly is the win at this point? The site's still up, the company who got to drop them regrets it, but Keffals and these journalists refuse to acknowledge it, essentially just telling their audience to cover their ears and ignore everything. It becomes even more suspect when apparently there's a payment she can't talk about.
New automatic payment from Ben Collins? Wait, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Whoever you are, I'm sorry. I just outed. Oh my God.
Why? What are you hiding? You're making this sound more sus than it should be. If it's just some Twitch donation, I mean, whatever. But you can't even talk about it? Ben is spurging out on Twitter saying all Twitch donations are made by children? It's all so fucking weird. It makes all these tweets where you're telling journalists not to talk about Website Zero seem even more sinister. Can you please stop making allusions to the site that has the docs of my entire family? I haven't talked about it, and I asked journalists not to mention it. There is no reason to be sharing this information. The reason they should share it is because it's the truth. Her weaponization of the media is insane. From Cloudflare dropping Kiwi Farms, to threatening Destiny's channel with it, to covering up the existence of Website Zero. Like, why would anyone trust these journalists again? They all have to pretend Kiwi Farms is still down? It's pathetic.
I like my woman like I like my coffee, ground up and put in the freezer.
Keffals would actually host an update stream for her Patreon members, and I cheerfully spent the $3 to get in. She essentially says she broke off her engagement with her fiance, so she didn't have time to consider what to do with the legal fund.
I broke up with my fiance. And I didn't say anything about this publicly. Don't say sorry. I'm happy that I did it. I'm very happy that I did it. I wanted to be single. But just like explaining all of the things that have happened that have made it hard for me to focus on getting to the point that I could even consider legal action.
What do you mean you haven't considered it? You've already raised the money. Usually that's something you do before you raise the money. So you haven't worked on anything until now? You've been leading everyone on this wild chase for months, labeling them as a conspiracy theorist for even questioning you.
People were so gracious, they came together and they helped me out. And while I really respect it, it's brought a lot of people to do the QAnon brain bullshit about me.
She literally refused to show any proof of talking to a lawyer, memeing anyone who asked, and just now, in a private Patreon stream to 300 people, she admits that she hasn't even started.
But now I'm going to be focusing more on the legal things because I'm settled down, I'm back in Canada, and I have time to work on this now.
Yeah, if you just needed money to escape from your crazy ex-fiance, I would have gladly donated to your Europe trip. No need to frame it as this legal escape the doxers thing. Now, I don't know the laws in Canada, but apparently she can't say who she's suing because then they'll have time to burn all their evidence.
One of the first steps that you need to do is collect evidence. And if you announce prematurely who you are taking legal action against, it gives that party an opportunity to try and destroy as much evidence as possible. I'm not even going to publicly comment on the party either.
Just say it, you don't have anything. When asked why she hasn't worked on the lawsuit yet, she'd say it was because she was too concerned about her safety.
I have not been able to focus on actually taking legal action because I was still concerned for my well-being and my safety.
How can you say that when you've been IRL streaming your location, telling people you've been safe?
I feel like you're like,
Oh yeah,
you're not really in hiding.
I wasn't at that point. Like I hired a security consulting firm, and I was basically like, "Do you think things have chilled at this point?" And they're like, "Yeah."
Finally, all this lawsuit stuff is catching up to her, and now she feels guilty and depressed about it. Going on live stream drunk, her family needs to shut it off for her.
Look, I'll be real. I'm depressed as fucking shit, but I'm still here. I'm still here for some election coverage. Why are you proud? What the fuck is there to be proud of? Shut up. Shut up. Okay, fine. I'm super disappointed. Good. Join the club. Step in the fucking line. Could you grab me the mic arm? What?
All you're doing is talking about how much you hate yourself on screen.
I'd be depressed too. Think about it. Who the fuck does she even sue? Some random Kiwi farmer living in Canada? She's worried about them burning all their files? What files? She's going to lose all of her money trying to file this lawsuit to nowhere. But we'll just have to wait and see. She keeps telling her chat she'll have more news by either January of 2023 or 2025.
I am trying to initiate it at the latest by January 2023. And I don't know if that's possible. The statute of limitations is 2 years, but I want to expedite it if possible.
Yeah, I'm not sure $100,000 is enough money. She'd literally be burning it.
Fuck this. We're going to fight this lawsuit. We're like, 50,000? We're like, it's a lot of money, but it's worth it for a good cause. And now, 1 month. That was for 1 month.
This is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow.
We've talked a bit about Keffals' depression. She's clickbaited videos and tweets saying she's gonna quit. I want you all to know what's been going on. This might be the last thing I post online for a while. You'd think if you're about to quit, the last thing you'd care about is your video's performance, but she immediately complains about it. Twitter suppresses links, and my YouTube channel is probably shadow banned. Please share this around if you can. Your channel isn't shadow banned, you're just boring. Out of all the charges I pushed against Keffals, the deplatforming of her political opponents, the embezzlement of $100,000 of GoFundMe money, doxing multiple people's mothers, encouraging swatting, and even borderline calling for violence from her Ukraine followers after posting the address of the Kiwi Farm server office. The biggest crime of all is that Keffals is just really goddamn boring. She routinely has dead air that lasts for minutes at a time.
Eliminate shadows and make it more even.
This is every one of her streams and videos. Sometimes she's quiet for so long, I think I must have accidentally paused it.
Okay, for sure.
How is she so still? After another 20 seconds of silence, she says this.
Okay.
Then she's just silent again. Legitimately, the most entertaining part is her having technical issues because she doesn't know how to work all the new equipment she bought.
It's not. Okay, so I'm gonna fix this. Okay, hold on. Because I want chat on screen. This is the tradition. No, not that. That's bad. Just... Okay, then my camera overheats because I haven't figured that out yet. And then, okay, that's not... See, that's absolutely not what I wanted.
Glad to see that new shit she got with all that money isn't going to waste.
I'm dying inside, and all I see are demons.
Part of me feels like Keffals is just getting a little bit worried because she even reached out to me. After my video release, she'd ask, do you want to come on my stream? You seem mad about me. I feel like we could talk it out. What is there to talk out? Your dog didn't shit in my yard. You got a documented history of bullshit spanning over the past 6 months. Address it. Don't do this thing where you're gonna talk about Destiny and then you talk about the video game.
I have a very complicated history with Destiny. I don't actually know much about Destiny. But I've had friends who really enjoy Destiny. I used to have a friend who played on a Minecraft server that I was on, who was always like, you should play Destiny with me. It's a really fun game.
It's not funny. It just makes you look like a coward. The guy's a 3-hour-long manifesto breaking down all of your lies, and you can't even address a single thing? That's the real joke here. You've already talked to me as well as Augie and Nick, and you just say the same thing every time. I think I just got angry. I just need space.
I do want to say, like, I think I reacted more harshly than I otherwise would have because you were the first YouTuber to ever make a YouTube video about me. And yeah, I've been pretty aggressive in the past, but I don't think I can ever move on or calm down unless I'm given the space to. Over the last several months, I've been way more combative than I normally have, than I normally am, than I am by nature.
How many times do we have to hear this? Either change or don't.
I feel bad, and I am sorry to anyone I've ever lashed out at.
How about you name them? That would be a good start. I'm just so sick of the act. People just hold me to such a high standard. It's not fair.
A lot of people see me as if I'm a representative of the trans community. And because of that, they hold me to standards they would not hold other Twitch streamers. And it's very difficult.
Can anyone else name a single person that has done what Keffals has done in such a short period of time? She's literally in a league of her own.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to
fucking kill yourself, put your fucking hands up!
The Keffals arc is coming to an end, and I think it's a good time to sit back and look at all of her accomplishments. Keffals was a Canadian Communist Party candidate turned Twitch streamer who got her fame from getting Destiny banned off Twitch. She did this by slandering him with rape allegations and saying that he was pro-segregation when it came to trans people. Both lies. She celebrated his ban, saying, "He cannot interact with Twitch anymore or even go on Twitch panels, so if we just ignore him, he will fade into irrelevancy in this space." Destiny is now the biggest political streamer, more successful than he's ever been. When it comes to her Drop Kiwi Farms campaign and getting Cloudflare to deplatform them, it initially worked. But in return, it hurt Cloudflare's reputation in business. The company even says it was a mistake, and Kiwi Farms is still up on their original domain. So what has been accomplished? When it comes to helping trans youth get HRT from the black market, she got so scared of the potential public backlash, she stopped associating with the site entirely. Then they updated the site saying it wasn't for minors anymore, deleted many of the sources, and then lied, acting like she was never involved at all on the H3 podcast. All I see is a whole lot of L's, and I'll have to wait to see, but I'm guessing this lawsuit is gonna be one too. She'd have a better chance of suing me, which is why I'm starting my own GoFundMe, the WillyMacShow Fund. Help me travel and escape the country. I'm gonna need a jet ski, a yacht maybe. You know, a private jet wouldn't hurt. Donate $10,000 at a time. It's for my safety. And remember, I'm the victim. I'm not egging her on at all. Subscribe to the channel, and as always, shout out to the homies over on Patreon. Phoebes, Crimson Glass, Zombie Fox, Riveter, Detective Pika, Mac Monkey, Drain Kobex, Bo Blacks, Necro Valley, Stefan Bildman, Friday 13, Ivana Santini, and the mega homies, Reynolds Hughes, Marissa Lynn, IGP, Hellison, Bald Boy Ajax, Jason Johnson, Taxi, Latchkey Goth Boy, Spartan McCowell, Free Spirit Katie, Lore Reloaded, Code 9, Papa Gut, Evan Do Things, and Addy Chris. You guys fucking rock. I appreciate you all so much. Remember to follow me on Twitter, and as always, till next time.
I am waving goodbye, and I might be sleeping in the ditch tonight, but it's alright, 'cause whiskey is my kind.